Hello, and welcome back to Open, everyone. Make sure to stay connected to us. That's right, by liking us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. So, the Fordham Road Business Improvement District concluded their Fordham Fever Friday series in a vibrant and energetic way. Ashley Tiffany has the story.
Ready, set, Fordham Fever Friday. The Fordham Road Business Improvement District concluded the 2017 season for its Fordham Fever Friday series at Muller Park. This October's theme brought out the superhero in all of us.
Well, as you can see, I'm dressed up as Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman is all the mothers out there working hard, all the teachers. We also want to thank our local NYPD, our firefighters, because they are our everyday heroes. So yes, we're dressed up in our favorite comic book hero, but every day we have everyday heroes, and we want to kind of congratulate and celebrate them. And this is why we're bringing the community together, fun activities for the kids, for the adults as well, and just bringing everyone together in a positive environment and having fun.
Families were able to participate in activities including games, rides, and finger painting. The event also provided food vendors offering tasty treats and meals.
The Bilbab Grill is a Korean restaurant. It's a fusion though. It's like a American style food, Korean way of making it. We have rice bowls. We're #1 in Korean rice bowls. We have burritos. We got burgers. We got our Galbi burgers is really, really good. We have wings.
This is Ashley Tiffany, reporting from BronxNet.
And thank you, Ashley. Welcome back to the studio, everyone. Hashtag Love My Roomie is a web series about 3 roommates in New York City struggling to make ends meet. And well, this dramatic comedy centers on the lives of these 3 millennials and creates a dynamic story about women of color from a positive perspective. And joining us now to tell us more, we welcome the creator of Hashtag Love My Roomie, Yhá Mourhia Wright.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
So, from Hashtag Love My Roomie, web series, colors of women of color from a positive perspective as opposed to
A negative, or actually controlling the images of us that, are out there. Yeah.
Right, I like that. I like that, no, because, instead of focusing on the negative, right, we're going to focus on the positive. And so, but before we can do that, what images are we referring to that you are counteracting or controlling?
I feel that I'm creating or opening the opportunity, the doors for narrative when it comes to mental health, when it comes to relationships among friends. And we've seen this, in shows like Girlfriends. So there's definitely shows that I know that I grew up on that really have that narrative. And we see it come back again with shows like Insecure. But I'm telling my story, my version of the story. And, it's great to be able to see the diversity out there of stories and of content. And so it's really fun to join with content creators and creating my version of the story and, diversifying the images that we see.
Right. Yeah. I noticed that your roomies are all different cultural backgrounds, right? But they all have the Afro root in it, which I like, right? Well, because we always get to play the sidekick.
Exactly. Yeah, it was really important for me to, with Catherine George, who plays Yasmin Castillo, it was really important to me to allow her to play and be an Afro-Latina and to be able to really open up what people think Latino is and what people think, being of African descent is. So really diversifying the cultural backgrounds was something that I really, really wanted to do in developing this story. Yeah.
So let's talk about your first season, because you're now working on your second season. And I know the first season must have been like a work in progress, kind of trial and error, kind of like let's take a dive into the into the pool and see where we land, or if we can swim into those deep waters and tread, right? I know. Trust me, I know. So please do share.
Yeah, okay.
No, I want the juice.
You want the juice?
Yes.
Okay, here's the juice. A little backstory to the first season. I got my master's in acting, but I was also studying playwriting and / screenwriting full time during my studies. And so February 2016, we had an assignment, write a short 10-minute play, and I had a prompt, and my play was about roommates. So fast forward to August of last year, I was talking to a mentor of mine and I was just like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have a reel for acting. She said, just use something that you've already written. And I was like, oh yeah. So then I joined a small production team and we created what was called Expulsion, which is a short film about roommates. We didn't wrap. We had like 7 hours
Is
left.
Expulsion the one with the mask that has?
No.
Okay.
So
I know. I was all in there. I was like, yes,
you know
I
the
love
photo,
this.
there's a photo, it looks like it's really, really dark and it's like the three of us and I'm kind of in the shadows looking over at them. That was a promo shoot we did for Expulsion back in March of this year. So anyways, we didn't wrap that, but that came from, you know, that from Expulsion. Originally it was just 2 characters. So anyways, created Love My Roomie from that. And I kind of just did season 1 as like a quick sketch. I didn't plan on creating the season 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you learn from season 1?
Oh my gosh, I learned so much.
Like even with your narrative as
yeah.
well as the storylines, because you have these 3 central characters that have extended stories, right? But the actual story, because it's a web series, it revolves around the immediate environment.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So obviously you learned that it could go in so many directions. So
Yeah.
what's the one thing that you absolutely are certain about in going in for the second season?
I am certain that that the narrative is stronger. You know, for season 1, I just intended to be sketch comedy as backstory to the film, so I could crowdfund to film the film.
Right, right.
So that's literally, you know, what the plan was. So the narrative, the story is stronger. So then, therefore, I feel the characters are stronger. There's been more focus put on that, and it took me. I spent time with them.
Right.
Before, you know, filming.
So how long did it take you to produce?
Season 2?
Yeah, well, let's talk about 1 first.
Oh, so
yeah,
1.
because
Okay.
I'm sure you got a lot
I
better.
know.
You were well versed by the time you got to season 2. I like hearing about all the obstacles.
know.
You know,
No,
just
it's
because
real.
it's important that people understand what it takes to execute.
It's very
especially
true.
when you're behind the scenes as well.
For season 1, well, again,
How many episodes is season 1?
10 episodes.
10 episodes.
We filmed it over the course of 2 days, straight through. Originally, the concept was to make it like a mockumentary kind of mock reality show. So we filmed straight through 2 days. Yeah.
That's
At the end
that
of
was like some
end
marathon
of
shooting.
end of November, beginning December last year, almost a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and it took you that long to launch it. How long?
No.
When did you put it online?
December, a
Okay,
month later.
A month later. Good. Very good. So how often did you put it online?
That was a lesson learned. So I released it in December, which was great. But because I do all the editing as well, and you know how editing is, right? All the things that can happen that could go wrong will. So it started getting really complicated to be able to put them out consistently, and consistency is so key, especially when you're building and trying to retain your audience. So I mean, it literally took from December till May for 10 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. And that includes, but then of course in that we were crowdfunding, and then I was doing the photo shoot for season 2, so there was all these other layers that I was adding on to it as I was starting to do the rebranding.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what can we expect in season 2 now that
Season
you're a lot
2.
more experienced?
Season 2, oh my gosh, you can expect a lot more drama. And
We
a
love
lot-
drama, especially between
Love
women.
drama.
Well, between women.
But sisterhood.
But of course, the
sisterhood.
sisterhood
Yeah.
drama, and it's millennial based, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a certain mentality. Like,
There is.
Just describe what that entails.
I think that there's I'll speak to these 3 women. For these 3 women, Giselle, Mariah, and Yasmin, they are late bloomers. So, I mean, when it comes to relationships, they're just now getting them in their late 20s, trying to make career work out, trying to pay school loans, trying to go back to school, all of those financial things, and then also not feeling necessarily the obligation to settle down. They're still trying to find themselves at 28. I think that's something that I didn't know that when I was 14, I thought at 28 I would just be set.
Right.
I just turned 30, so
Okay.
working on it.
She's like, I'm still working on it. And you're always going to be working
And
on it.
apparently I'm a millennial, so there's that story.
No, it's great. It's great. It's important. I love it. I love your energy. I love the storyline, and I love that you're keeping it authentic.
Yeah.
And I especially love that you're doing it all yourself. I know it's hard, and I'm sure that sometimes you just want to put your hands up, but it's so much more rewarding when you know that you are like the creator of the entire process.
Thank you. Yeah.
So congratulations
Thank
to you on that.
you.
All right, so when's the second season releasing?
March 3rd. It's a Saturday. I'm doing a premiere, so you're invited.
In 2018?
2018.
All right.
And then it's not going to air to the public until April, so I'm doing the premiere there, here in the city, of course. And yeah, so March 3rd.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Thank you so much.
Woo, you guys, for more on #LoveMyRoomie, be sure to visit Yhá Wright Productions, right?
Yep.
Yhá Wright Productions, and Wright is with a W.com. All right, we're taking a quick break, but stay tuned for Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup.